I want to take my time with this because I want us to understand how he gets to us, right? So, human beings are meant to be goal-driven. Like, people do like pay thousands of dollars to attend seminars to like self-help, Tony Robbins type stuff, right? Because they want to be driven and you want to accomplish and you want to have goals ahead of you and you want to, be self-disciplined and that kind of thing. And these are good things. These are actually very powerful things. But you know what he does? He makes you set your goals. Let me give you an analogy first. When you take, mountain climbers, they take the rope and they throw the hook on top. If you threw your hook 20 feet high, that's as high as you'll ever go. If you threw your hook 30 feet high, you'll get 30 feet high. Shaitan wants that you throw your hook very low. He just wants you to throw your hook up to money. If I have this much money, I'll be good. And that's all you're thinking about is this goal. I want to accomplish this goal. I want to accomplish this goal. Like as if you accomplish that goal, everything's going to work out. This is going to be amazing once I get to that goal. And what happens? Once you even get near that goal or get to that goal, there's like 30 other problems you never saw before. He just wants you to be consumed with lesser goals and be driven, so immersed in them that you see nothing else. You see, you and I are supposed to be goal-driven. I should have goals about my health. I should have goals about my career. I should have goals about my education. But understand something. Those goals are never actually your actual purpose. They are only means to a larger end. If you and I forget that we are on this earth for a limited time, and our purpose here was not to get a job. Our purpose here was not to make money. Our purpose here was not to get a house, because we're going to leave all that stuff behind. Our purpose here was to actually do some kind of good. Do some kind of good for ourselves and do a kind of good that will live longer than we live. That's the purpose for which we were put on this earth. And if you have that in mind, and then your education is leading you to do something good, your house is leading you to do something good, your car is leading you to do something good, then those things have a purpose. Those things in and of themselves are not a purpose. But Shaitan wants to take those things and make them your purpose. Man, my goal is I got to get the 2019, that car. I got it all figured out. That is my goal. It's not really a goal. That's just a thing. And that thing is just one car accident away from being gone. That's all it is. That thing that you're so obsessed with, that house, is just one earthquake away. It's one fire away. What are these things? These things come and they go. ضعف الطالب والمطلوب. But he wants us to be immersed and obsessed with those things. This is what Shaitan wants. So we don't realize that Allah has made us very meaningful, purposeful creatures. He wants us to lose sight of our purpose by attacking us from the front. And finally, this last bit of how Shaitan gets us from ahead of us, there's one thing that all of us have ahead of us. Maybe some of you have a lot of money ahead of you, Allah knows. Maybe some of you have a lot of major challenges coming ahead of you, only Allah knows. Maybe some of you have great happiness ahead of you, Allah knows. We don't know. But there's one thing ahead of all of us, and that's time. Maybe some of us have a few seconds. Maybe some of us have a few years. Maybe some of us have a few decades. But one thing for sure, we all have time. Little or more, we have time. When Shaitan comes and attacks from the front, he wants you to have no respect for your time. He wants you to think you have all the time in the world. There's no urgency, the only urgency is for your desires. But there's no urgency to do anything meaningful in life. As a matter of fact, anything meaningful that comes, he says, you got time. Exactly what happens to you and me with every prayer. Dhuhr time comes. You're in the middle of something. Dhuhr time comes. Your phone goes off. Your watch goes off. Your computer goes off. The automatic adhan. You put it on pause immediately. Okay. And then you say, I got time. For the video game, immediately. For the next episode on Netflix, immediately. For Salah, I got time. I got time. You're about to sit, you have some free 20 minutes. You got nothing to do in between classes at the university, right? And you've got a copy of the Quran in your bag. You could just open that up. Like, later though. I'll do it, but a little later. But anything frivolous, useless, pointless, just sit and just scroll through Instagram or Facebook or just look at what other people are posting on their Snapchat, and 40 minutes will go by. You'll even be late for class. You made time. He wants you to have no respect for your time. He wants you to throw it away frivolously. Get rid of it frivolously. And it's actually incredible because what's ahead of you, your future, you will ruin it by wasting your time. And when you're done wasting it, you'll look back and say, man, I wasted so much time, and you become even more hopeless. You know, that's the game that he plays with us. So that's his attack from the front, these multiple attacks from the front. And I pray Allah Azza wa Jal makes us mindful of these attacks that the devil has against us from ahead of us. And may Allah Azza wa Jal not ever let us become people who don't see things for what they are. Allahumma arini wa arina haqiqat al-ashyai kama hiya. The Prophet ﷺ said, Oh Allah, I want you to show me the reality of things as they really are. This is my last bit of advice to you. How do we fight this attack of the devil? Of course, you have to recognize it, but you have to constantly refresh. And I have to constantly refresh in myself reality of things. You know, just like we're in the modern world, so I can give you a tech example. You see an app, and the app has a skin, it has a look and feel, it has color, a menu, whatever, but that's actually not the app. There's a source code behind it. You don't see the code. You don't actually see the functionality. You just see the front, right? The thing is, everything you see in front of you is just a skin. It's just a cover. There's a reality behind it. There's an engine behind it. There's a purpose and meaning behind it. The problem is we start giving value to things at face value. We don't actually look at what's behind them that actually has the value. And that's what Quran does. Quran doesn't let us see with these eyes. There's another set of eyes here. You know, لَهُمْ أَعْيُنٌ لَا يُبْصِرُونَ بِهَا. They have eyes they don't see with them. Meaning they don't see reality with them. They just see the shallow things in front of them. There's an eye we have to develop for what really is, what really has meaning, what really has purpose. And when that happens, the way you spend your time, the way you think about things, the way I value things, the way I prioritize things, all of that starts changing, you know? Because at the end of the day, this entire life that we have left, these few breaths that we have left until we go and meet with Allah, all of it will boil down to one thing. يُنَبَّأُ الْإِنسَانُ يَوْمَئِذٍ بِمَا قَدَّمَ وَأَخَّرَ. The human being will be informed on that day, what did you make priority and what did you make secondary? That's all it boils down to. Every single choice you and I make. What was a priority? What could wait? What was a priority? What's less important? That's all it is. And that's all Shaitan wants to mess up what's coming ahead of us. He'll make us think about the wrong priorities. And he'll make us put aside what is actually important. May Allah Azza wa Jal make us of those who put the priorities in the right place and don't allow the whispers of shaitan to dissuade us from our purpose. Barakallahu li wa lakum fil Qur'an al-Hakim wa nafa'ani wa iyyakum bil ayati wa dhikr al-Hakim.